Welcome back. Most health specialists agree that arthritis is common, but it's not well understood. It's not a single joint condition that only affects the elderly, as believed by many. There are different types of this particular disease. In light of World Arthritis Day today, we joined in studio now by Mamphore Mohoje. She was diagnosed with juvenile rheumatoid arthritis as a child. So she's in studio with us and we're going to have a conversation with her. Mamphore, it's such a pleasure having you here. Welcome to the program.
Thank you so much, Leanne.
What age were you diagnosed as having arthritis?
I was between the ages of 6 and 7 because I remember I was in primary school when I was first diagnosed.
Yeah, I mean, I would imagine that's the last thing that your parents even thought to look at, because you know there's this myth that it only affects the elderly and not young people, which is a myth, by the way. But I mean, how did you get diagnosed? How did it happen?
I remember there was a time when I woke up and I couldn't walk at all. It progressed to me not being able to take a bath. My family had to help me. And I was taken to a lot of traditional healers, you know, because we are black and we believe in that. And when they saw that it's not getting better, they decided to go the medical route. And when they did, I was in and out of hospital. Yeah. And even when they figured that it was rheumatoid arthritis, they still did not understand what this was, and it was hard for them to really take care of me still.
Yeah. What kind of care did you need at that time?
I think emphasis on physiotherapy, medicine. I'm not from a well-off family, so there were times when I had to go for treatment and we did not have taxi fare money, you know, so I'd skip treatment and so forth. So I defaulted a lot of times, which resulted in the joint deformities and that.
So if what you're saying is if you are diagnosed early and you do all of the things that are prescribed to you, the medication, the physio, the different treatments, can you actually stop the deformities in a way? Can you stop the rheumatoid arthritis affecting your entire body?
You can slow the progression down. It can definitely be slowed down, even though it cannot be cured, because unfortunately it does not have a cure right now.
Yeah, it doesn't. And I mean, once it affects you and it gets into your joints, and I mean, I don't think people understand unless, you know, you and I were chatting off air, unless you've experienced that pain.
Yes.
And the pain in your joints, not being able to move them, and your whole body is affected.
Yes.
I'm sure there are days you couldn't get out of bed.
There are days, and I still experience those days, unfortunately, even now. And it's so hard. When I first started raising arthritis awareness, I had to do it through the eye of a patient. And a lot of people thought I was doing this for attention. And yeah, that's one of the things that are challenging, really.
Yeah. Talk to me about the foundation and the work that you do, because you started your own foundation, and I imagine you work with, and it's not just rheumatoid arthritis. There are many kinds and variants of arthritis. Talk to us about that.
I started Mamphore Arthritis Foundation in 2014. And what we've been doing really is just to raise awareness, to educate people about arthritis and the fact that it's not a single type. You know, there's osteo, there's rheumatoid, there's gout, there's lupus. The list is endless. And that's really what we've been doing. And we've recently given a wheelchair to a patient who's been bedridden for over 4 years. And she was just happy to see the sun.
Wow.
Yeah.
That is amazing.
Yeah.
I mean, that's the kind of work that you want to get involved in, and allow people that ability who are not even allowed or cannot leave their beds to just get onto a wheelchair.
Yes, definitely.
This is Arthritis Week, so the idea is to create awareness around arthritis. What are the signs you should look out for? I mean, I know, and I speak from experience, because for some reason, when I was a lot younger, I was telling you my story. I mean, I was in such pain. My fingers would just swell out of the blue. I would suddenly wake up and my finger was double its size. I couldn't walk. My knees were this big, and I had to have the fluid extracted from my knees, and I couldn't straighten things. I mean, I remember I was, as a kid, and cell phones were just around. I used to phone my dad from my bedroom because I was living at home to tell him I can't walk. I cannot walk to the bathroom. But, you know, and for some reason, by some miracle, I grew out of it. But that doesn't happen to everybody.
Yeah.
What are those signs you need to look out for?
Joint pain, swelling of the joints, and if the pain continues, I think it's really important for one to see a doctor.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are some of the common symptoms with all the types of arthritis.
Yeah, so those are really the keys. I mean,
Yes.
it's joint pain,
swelling.
unusual swelling,
Yes.
and just that feeling that you just
Yeah, and the stiffness as well.
Yeah.
Because most wake up in the morning and you're stiff. So those are some of the signs.
Okay, if people want to assist you and help you with your foundation in educating, raising awareness, can they follow you, whether it be on Facebook? Do you have a website? How do we get hold of you?
We have a website. It's www.mamphorearthritisfoundation.org.za.
Okay.
You can also email us on info@mamphorearthritisfoundation.org.za.
Excellent. So, and Mamphore is Mamphore.
Yes.
Mamphore Foundation.
Arthritis Foundation.
Arthritisfoundation.org.za. How your life now, normal living, how is your life affected with your condition?
My right elbow has lost its mobility.
So you cannot move your...
No, I cannot move it.
Okay.
I had to teach my left hand to do all the things that my right hand used to do.
Yeah.
I can only use my hand, not the elbow area. So you can understand, for makeup, for tying hair, that's why I opt for short hair.
And it looks good. Don't change that ever. It looks beautiful.
Thank you. So I've had to find ways to still live with it. Because
which is,
unfortunately,
it's the way it is. And this is purely because it was not treated properly when you were young. Okay, it's a good education, it's a good lesson to get diagnosed early, and there is no age limitation
there's
for
no
arthritis.
age limitation.
There you go. I think you're educating a nation here, and we thank you for that. Thank you for coming and talking to us here on the program. Arthritis, it's a reality, it is debilitating, but if you do get diagnosed, it can be lived with, and you can as you've heard Mamphore speaking about her story, you can stop it before it becomes too bad. Mamphore Mohoje, she is the founder of the Mamphore Arthritis Foundation. Get hold of them and help where you can. Let's take a break. See you after this.